Have you ever noticed how a single comment can ruin your entire day? A rude coworker, a stranger online, one sarcastic remark, and suddenly it's looping in your head. But here's the strange truth most people never realize. No one controls your anger until you decide to hand them the power. And one man learned that lesson in the most unexpected way. Just outside Seattle lived Daniel, a man known only for his temper. When traffic crawled, he slammed his steering wheel. If his coffee was wrong, the barista heard about it. If coworkers made mistakes, his voice echoed across the office. People walked carefully around him, like stepping through a room full of broken glass. His wife, Sarah, often tried to calm him down. "Dan, why do you let little things upset you so much?" "Because people should know better," he'd reply. In his mind, the world was full of careless people who caused his constant anger. What he didn't realize was that he was freely giving everyone the power to control his peace. One afternoon, at a loud and crowded coffee shop, the barista accidentally gave him the wrong drink. Daniel finally snapped. His voice rose. People stared. The embarrassed barista quietly remade the drink, and Daniel stormed out. But something strange happened as he sat in his car. Instead of feeling better, he felt worse. His chest felt tight. His mind replayed the moment, and for the first time he asked himself, "Why do I always feel worse after I get angry?" That question stayed with him all night, and it led him somewhere unexpected the very next morning. At a nearby park, an older man sat on a bench every morning, radiating a quiet peace. Today, something made Daniel stop. He sat down beside him and sighed. "I get angry at people all the time, and I'm tired of it." The old man looked at him with calm eyes. "When someone makes you angry, how long does it stay?" Daniel thought for a moment. "Sometimes an hour, sometimes the whole day." "And when the anger finally fades, how do you feel then?" "Drained," Daniel admitted. The old man nodded slowly. "Of course. Because anger burns the person holding it, not the person it's aimed at." He picked up a water bottle from the bench and shook it hard. "Look," he said. "Can you see your reflection now?" "No." "Your mind is the same. When it's shaken by anger, you can't see clearly." "So what am I supposed to do?" Daniel asked. "Just let people disrespect me?" The old man smiled slightly. "No. Learn to respond instead of react. If someone throws dirt at you, you have two choices. You can catch it, or you can step aside." Daniel sat quietly. No one had ever explained it that way before. "Your reaction," the old man said softly, "is a choice." Over the next few days, whenever irritation appeared, Daniel paused. He breathed. He remembered the man's words. "Step aside." Then one day, a coworker blamed him for a mistake during a meeting. Normally, Daniel would explode, but this time he paused. He took a breath and calmly said, "Let's review the details and sort this out." The room fell silent. No argument, no tension. For the first time in years, Daniel felt peaceful. But real change is always tested. A week later, two coworkers laughed behind him as he walked to work. "Watch out," one smirked. "Daniel's about to blow a fuse." They laughed. Daniel felt the familiar heat rising in his chest. His fists tightened. His mind screamed, "Say something. Prove them wrong." But then he remembered the park bench, the water bottle, the choice. Daniel paused, took a deep breath, and turned around with a soft smile. "You're right," he said calmly. "I used to get angry a lot, but I'm working on something better now." The laughter stopped. No one expected that answer. Daniel walked away feeling lighter than he had in years, because in that moment, he had kept his power. Weeks passed. People noticed the change. He smiled more. Even when problems appeared, he stayed calm. One morning, he returned to the park and sat beside the old man. "You were right," Daniel said. "No one was making me angry. It was my own reaction." The old man nodded. "Life will always test you, but every time you stay calm, you grow stronger inside." Daniel looked at the quiet lake nearby. For the first time, he understood something important. You can't control what people say. You can't control what life throws at you. But you can always control one thing: your response. Years later, Daniel was known as the calmest person in the office. One day, a young intern asked him, "Don't people still make you angry sometimes?" Daniel smiled. "Sometimes they try, but when someone offers you poison, you don't have to drink it." The intern nodded slowly. Daniel looked out at the busy street. Cars rushed. People hurried. The world was as chaotic as ever. But Daniel had discovered something most people never learn. Peace doesn't come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling your reaction to it. And the moment you stop reacting is the moment you start living. So the next time someone tries to disturb your peace, pause for a moment, take a breath, and remember this simple question. Did they actually make you angry? Or did you give them that power? Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, what situation in your life still triggers your anger the most? Your answer might help someone else realize they're not alone. And if this story made you think differently about anger, subscribe to Tales in Life, because sometimes the smallest stories teach us the biggest lessons about how to live.